Hey everyone, I'm Loryn Stone with Toy Wizards, that's toy-wizards.com, and I'm back for another spontaneous toy review. And today's item that we are going to review is the highly anticipated, extremely sold out AVGN Angry Video Game Nerd figure by Youtooz. This was such, for me, an unexpected launch. Like, we've reviewed some Youtooz items here on Toy Wizards before. I'll link in the description below. And it's funny because they do tap into like memes and internet personalities often. Like, that's kind of their bag. Every once in a while they come out with, like, you know, Snoopy, Peanuts, more standard licensed items. But even some of the ones they come out with, like Arthur, tap into some sort of meme that I wouldn't know about because, like, I'm too old for, like my kids are watching Arthur now, and I think I was, like, just too old when it launched. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about here today. We're talking about the diarrhea, shit the fuck, buffalo, turd, fucking, you know, AVGN, like, master himself. Like, oh my gosh, my history with AVGN just goes back so far. I saw my first AVGN video in 2006. I was a college student. The only place with the internet fast enough to watch it was at the computer lab at my university, and my friend Mike Miller and I would, like, huddle around the computer and watch the newest AVGN video together, which was probably on, like, Screw Attack or Game Trailers or, like, wherever the hell we could find it, because it wasn't on YouTube. I can't even imagine how long it would have taken to upload an 8 to 10 minute video on YouTube back then, which was in its infancy. My gosh. But it was the funniest thing. And I probably jumped in, like, really early. Like, I'm gonna, you know, I'm whipping out the nerd dick here. Like, I think it was definitely the second or third episode. I think, let's see, Castlevania 2 had already been uploaded. It might have been, let's see, we already saw Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, it might have been like Roger Rabbit or something, or Ninja Turtles. It was really, really early. And I caught on, like, just at the time. Like, it was made for me. It was made for me. And I'm so proud of James and the rest of the crew, Justin, Tony, everyone who makes the Cinemassacre videos, you know, possible these days. I know for a long time in those early days it was just James and Mike, and we all know how that went down. Without being disrespectful, it seemed at a point that the channel was the Mike show, and that he let James out of a cage every, like, 2 months to make some money and then threw him back in there. No longer does it feel that way. I am so glad that the channel and friendships have the support they need to continue to make excellent content. That's just fan conjecture. Don't at me. I am not dissing anyone. Don't at me. I'm just talking about, like, the way the content was looking for a minute there. That was just the feels that I got. So if I'm wrong, freaking, you guys are really good at telling me that. So wrong at me. Let's talk about the toy. Again, Youtooz. So we have vinyl, much in the stylized vinyl, much in the way of, like, a Funko Pop, except that Funko blasts out infinity billion of these per month, and Youtooz only has a few drops per month, and the numbers are extremely limited. That's why these things always sell out, and that's why they're more expensive at, like, the typically $30 price point compared to, like, Funko Pop's $10.99. I remember when Funko were $7.99, but costs are going up everywhere. I haven't even opened this yet. Here's the box. So we have our tube TV and the games. What is that? The couch? It must be the couch. I wonder if is it Justin Kyle or Kyle? I'm the worst. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Next thing you know, I'm not gonna know the lyrics to the song. He's gonna take you back to the past. So the nerd room. And, like, I totally remember, like, all the nerd rooms. I remember those. My favorite was definitely, hey, when did you get here? Shit pickle fan for life. No, but the Board James. If I could get a Board James figure, that would be great. But at this point, we're like, what? We're gotta be like 10, 12 years past Board James. Like, time Time is a cruel mistress, man. She makes you forget things. Like, it feels like everything is yesterday and 1,000 years ago at the exact same time. But with this Youtooz figure, they sent it in this protective box, which is nice. You know, I mean, honestly, these things cost some money. Not much. If you buy these wholesale, they're, you know, pennies a piece. But if you need boxes, these clear boxes for your Funko Pops or for your Youtooz, like, retailers will sell them for $5 a piece. A pop. Ha 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 ha, puns. They will sell them separately for extra shekels in a row. So it's, you know, it is honestly nice that this came with it. But we are going to open this today. Look, like, he's wearing, you guys remember this episode where, like, the super nerd, and he's wearing the, that Nintendo, the cross-training power pad, like the precursor to the DDR pad. I don't remember the exact name for it. It was for the track and field game. He's wearing, you know, the fire, 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 fire. Fuck, cunt, shit. You can say whatever you want into it, you know. And then inside says, you actually bought this piece of shit? I wish it would say, what were you thinking? Like, I think that would tap into it better. You know, what were they thinking? Because, come on, that's a more indicative catchphrase if you ask me. But nobody asked me. I'm just reviewing this for the kicks. I bought this immediately. The second that I received notification from Youtooz, I get their press releases because how we, you know, we report on new toys. So I'm in very close contact with their PR people, and they send me new Youtooz drops all the time. And some of them, they really, like, bolster up. They really, like, oh my god, it's this streamer, like, YouTube personality that, like, my old ass has no idea who they're talking about. And then casually, they're like, oh, by the way, AVGN is dropping. I'm like, oh, immediately put it all over Toy Wizards, jizzed about it on the sci-fi column, like I lost my mind. And I'm so proud of James and the guys, and I hope that, like, I hope their royalties deal is freaking sick. I hope this is, like, amazing. Oh my gosh, wow, the body's really detailed. Okay, let's look at all the details on your body, James. No, but really, okay, let's take a look and go over this together. Let's talk about this figure. Luckily, because the camera knows the majesty of AVGN, it's picking up the details excellently. Look at his face. Oh my god, the nerd. What an odious little bastard. I love him. I love him. James does such a great job, because you can tell he's a really pretty mellow dude, and then it just all unleashes with this character. So we have what is this? It's like the Capcom headpiece, so that you can, what was its gimmick? So that you can talk on the phone, have a conversation, and do whatever you want while the video games are playing. I don't even remember how it, like, plugged into the system. And I've rewatched this episode infinity billion times. Like, trust me, I watch and rewatch because I too want to be taken back to the past. I don't always want to be here. So, yeah, definitely always indulging in that nostalgia and trying to find ways to time travel. And I accomplished that with AVGN. So yeah, we have the it's something scope, isn't it? Which version of the nerd glasses are these? I think just recently James was talking about the different nerd shirts, like, for seasons, and yeah, he's changed his glasses, of course, a couple times. All of us who wear glasses do, because we get hit in the face a lot. We have what is this? The Super Nintendo Super Scope. He's ready to go. We have the belt with the controller on it. Yeah, this is the super nerd persona. I love this toy. And yeah, again, all of the ruching in the clothing, really detailed vinyl. So if you don't own a Youtooz, they are always very, very detailed. And you know, that's for better or for worse, if you remember the Snoopy food on the head trypophobia tangent that I went on that one time. But this is cool. And in here, I want to say there's a background of some sort. Hold on. I see. Yeah, inside the box, there's not a background. There's the logo. Angry Video Game Nerd. I remember when he was the Angry Nintendo Nerd. Fucking nerd clout. Again, reeling it out. That's, in case you're not getting it, it's the dick growing and retracting, because, you know, you just thump. Nerd cred, you know, it's just a thing we all do. This toy is amazing. This toy is freaking cool. I'm definitely going to display it. These don't have window boxes, you know, the transparent window packaging. So all I can do is put this guy on my shelf. Now, there also is no stand. They do not come with stands. Luckily, he, on his own, stands. You know, the head isn't too heavy or anything like that, which is nice. But, so he can stand on my shelf or on my desk or wherever I need him to stand for encouragement. But, you know, no more displaying than that. In this box is literally the figure, and we have, again, stylized and, what's the word I'm looking for? We have the logos, so we have the packaging that's correct, but, you know, there's no bells and whistles, other than this toy is amazing. I would just die to see, like, NECA or Super 7, like, someone do a hyper-realistic AVGN action figure that's still a little grotesque, because there's that 90s sensibility. Like, if you guys play a lot of, like, Super Nintendo games and you see sort of the packaging on those and how they were advertised and the marketing, like, you know, things in the 90s were kind of gross. It was like spew culture. Everything was slime and explosions and just dripping, like, gnarliness. I feel that AVGN at its core taps into some of that, because, you know, James was a kid back then too, and indulging hard into all that 90s aesthetic, and I love that it's leaned into. What were you guys' feelings about the movie? I'm not here to go on a tirade right now, but I was not a big fan, unfortunately. I had high hopes and expectations, and I was so proud of James and the guys for making that movie, but on a story level and just the beats that were hit and how we hit the different arcs, and like just on a framing level, I did not think it was successful. And I thought that the whole premise of, you know, here's AVGN, the YouTuber, and everyone has to come together, I thought that was tropey and a little uninspired. So I apologize if it was like one of your favorite movies, but I thought it could have done something that was a little more like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Like, this is just how this weirdo is, and he has to go on a treasure hunt instead of being like, you're the guy from YouTube. I thought that was the biggest mistake. And then, you know, of course, the whole misogynistic angle was definitely very early 2000s, and I thought we were done by the time this movie came out, but apparently not. But again, I saw where all the pieces where it was inspired from, like the sort of movies, and these dudes made a movie by themselves. Like, come on, like how many of us can do that, other than maybe writing out an outline of a more inspired story? Not here to shit talk. Love every project these guys do. Always so proud of them. Sporting my shit pickle shirt, like I drank the Kool-Aid 100 years ago. So again, I am a fan, but you know, we all have the right to concisely express our opinions on the media that we consume. Give this beauty a final spin. There we go. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Congratulations to James and the team. Awesome job to Youtooz for getting this out in a really good amount of time. Like, I feel like I didn't pre-order it all that long ago, so I am pumped. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me. I'm Loryn Stone with Toy Wizards. That's toy-wizards.com. Stick with our site daily for brand new toy news, reviews, articles, listicles, snarkticles, editorials. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our toy review videos. And we'll see you for the next one. Be safe, have fun, keep collecting. Bye.